An electrical fire causes $75,000 worth of damage to a duplex in Independence Heights area. According to the Houston Fire Department, firefighters from several different stations had to put out a fire that could have claimed the lives of its residents. Luckily, after a thorough search was completed, everyone was accounted for and no one was injured. There was $75,000 worth of property damage in the fire. The American Red Cross was notified to assist the residents.
An unintentional duplex fire in the Houston area has left multiple residents in shambles. The fire happened on the 4000 block of Rutland on March 5th around 9:05 p.m. and is said to be caused by electricity. A total of $75,000 is the estimated damage report, while having firefighters from multiple stations help put out the fire. No one is reported to have any injuries.
A duplex is left damaged after an unintentional fire that was caused electrically. According to the Houston Fire Department, firefighters arrived at a duplex near the 400 block of Rutland, finding intense smoke coming from the inside. Before putting out the fire, a search was completed and all of the residents were safely accounted for and without injury. To repair the damages, it would cost about $75,000, leaving only about $30,000 of the property saved. American Red Cross was advised of the incident and tended to the residents who were affected by the fire.
A duplex is estimated to be in $75,000 of deaths caused by an unintentional incident. Earlier this week, firefighters responded to a call of a fire in the Houston area involving a one-story duplex. According to police reports, the firefighter arrived at the scene of heavy smoke coming from the duplex. Firefighters immediately began to take control of the blaze and made an invasive attack. The blaze was extinguished and American Red Cross was instructed to assist all residents. Luckily, no one was hurt in the blaze, according to a primary search that was completed and all residents had been accounted for.
Duplex homes in Houston, Texas causes $75,000 worth of damage. Last Tuesday in the middle of the night, a duplex on the 4000 block of Rutland caused approximately $75,000 worth of damage. The fire department say firefighters arrived to the scene to find heavy smoke coming from one-story duplex. After doing a routine search, all residents were accounted for. After reviewing the cause of the fire, the firefighters' reports say that the fire was started by an electrical mishap and nothing was done intentionally. The fire was put out and all residents reported to have no injuries. The firefighters were able to save an estimated amount of $30,000 worth of property.
Last week, there was a duplex fire in the Independence Heights area in Houston. Firefighters arrived on the scene finding heavy smoke and fire coming from a one-story duplex. There were $75,000 in estimated damages and $30,000 in estimated properties saved. The cause of this fire was unintentional and no one was left injured.
Firefighters fight a fire in the Heights area. On March 5th at 9:05 p.m., firefighters were called out to a fire to the 4000 block of Rutland. It was reported that the fire was electrical. There was a primary search for all residents and there are no reported injuries. The estimated damage of the fire was $75,000.
Firefighters respond to a duplex fire that occurred March 5th in the $4,000 block of Rutland. Crew members searched the area and were able to account for all of its residents. Authorities believe that the fire began from minor electric issues within the building. The building itself sustained approximately $75,000 worth in damages.
A 52-year-old man is behind bars for grand theft. According to Los Angeles Police Department, 52-year-old Edward Rostahar forged company checks made payable to himself while employed as a manager for a financial institution in Los Angeles. He deposited checks into numerous bank accounts and cashed out checks that are said to be millions of dollars. Police say the financial institution are undergoing an audit and predict the loss is substantial. Bail is set at $120,000. He will appear in court April 5th of 2019.
A Los Angeles man has been arrested today after forging and depositing millions of dollars worth of fake checks. The suspect has been identified as 52-year-old Edward Rostahar. Rostahar was the manager of a financial company in Los Angeles and was depositing checks into several bank accounts. His court date has been set for the beginning of April.
The Los Angeles Police Department have arrested a man who is responsible for stealing over $1 million. 52-year-old Edward Rostahar worked as a manager for a financial institution, which is where he forged multiple company checks and made them payable to his name. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, he then deposited the checks into different bank accounts and later withdrew the money in cash. Police have found evidence of over $1 million being stolen. However, the financial institution believes the loss is much higher. Rostahar's next court appearance is scheduled for April 5th.
A financial institution's previous manager has now been jailed and is awaiting his next day in court for charges amounting to millions. 52-year-old Edward Rostahar has been pronounced arrested upon charges of grand theft. While being employed for a financial institution in Los Angeles, it has been found that he's been making checks out to himself. He started sending money to several different bank accounts of his, then soon began to take money out in cash. Overall, his works of doing these acts, his checks are said to have amounted to be in millions. Currently, he is awaiting trial and has a bail set at $125,000.
Grand theft suspect has been arrested and identified. The Los Angeles Police Department's Commercial Crime Division have arrested 52-year-old Edward Rostahar for grand theft. Rostahar is a resident of Studio City. While manager for a financial institution in Los Angeles, he forged company checks. He deposited the checks in several bank accounts. The cash he withdrew is said to be in the millions. His bail is set at $120,000 and his next court date is April 5, 2019.
A man has been arrested in lieu of over $1 million in stolen funds. The Los Angeles Police Department has arrested 52-year-old Edward Rostahar in relation to a grand theft case. It is reported that Rostahar was the manager at a financial institution where he had access to forge company checks made payable to himself. The total amount has not yet been released from the audit, but it has been estimated that the loss may be substantially higher than projected. His court appearance is upcoming, scheduled for April 5th.